Today we're going to talk about slow guitar progress, why it happens, and how to fix it. Hey, I'm Rastelli, and welcome to Guitar Talk on a Walk. This is a show where I help you learn guitar by sharing experiences I have during the week while teaching my students. I post these kind of videos pretty often, so if you don't want to miss out and you want to get notified, make sure to click subscribe and the notification bell. So, basically, slow guitar progress, that's something that happens sometimes for two main reasons. And before I go into those reasons, I'm going to show you a little story that happened to my student yesterday and basically throughout this week. So last week he came into the lesson and I asked him, hey, how's it going and everything, and we started out, and I asked him, so did you practice this week? And he said, yes, I did, but only about 2 times, for 15 minutes. So basically for a total of 30 minutes. And I was like, okay, well, you could have done a little better, right? And then basically I explained to him that at this point he had practiced 30 minutes in 1 week. Okay? And basically our goal for this student was actually to get his chords to go from just being able to play chords and switching them slowly to be able to switch them fast enough so he could actually play a strumming pattern on top of them. Okay, and this is one really tricky thing sometimes for beginners that happens, and they just need to get past this thing to get to the point where we can have a lot of fun. So what we did is I told him, okay, you practice 30 minutes. Now imagine if instead of practicing 30 minutes, you practiced 3 hours in 1 week. And then we did some math and I told him, if you practice 3 hours in 1 week, basically in 1 week, you would get 6 times better, 6 times closer to your goal. So what would take you 6 weeks to accomplish if you practice only 30 minutes in 1 day, in 1 week, then that would only take you 1 week to accomplish it. And that's actually pretty crazy if you think about it. In 1 week, you can literally make progress for 6 weeks. So I told him this and it was like, oh wow, that's crazy. And his mind was a little blown, and my mind was blown too, because I never really thought about it that way either. And then I told him, okay, so how about we do this? We got a little challenge going on for this week. This week you're gonna practice for 3 hours for the entire week. So we said, okay, what are we gonna do for that? So we're gonna practice 6 days a week. We're gonna practice for 30 minutes a day, and we decided what days it was gonna do. He took Saturday off or something like that. We decided he was gonna do it at 1 p.m. And here we go, we ended the lesson after practicing and everything, and then we went on to the next week. So next week, which was yesterday, he came back and he told me, hey, I practiced every day, okay? And I actually did what we said we were gonna do. And I was like, that's awesome, super cool, so show me what you got. And guess what happened? In 1 week, he was able to reach his goal of just actually switching his chord fast enough to be able to strum them, which that's a huge goal. For a beginner guitar player, once you get to that point, it's like, oh my god, this is awesome, right? Because you start actually playing songs for real, So he was actually able to switch his chords and play a strumming pattern and make it sound like a song. So the idea of this is basically in 1 week you can make the progress that you could make in 6 weeks. So if you're having slow guitar progress, you really want to check out what you're doing, okay? Are you practicing enough? Are you practicing a little bit every day, 30 minutes a day, that's really not that bad, We got around 24 hours in a day. I don't know what percentage of it is, but it's just not that bad. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? Now, he did this one thing. So one of the main thing that you want to do when you want to practice and get better faster is practice more, okay? So practice at least 3 hours a week, or even more, that's even better. But the second thing that he did that is not as obvious is that he didn't just like decide like, okay, for every day I'm gonna practice something different. I'm gonna practice this thing. I'm gonna watch this YouTube video and practice that song. I'm gonna like, it wasn't something different every day. It was something that was consistent every day. So he only had 2 songs to practice. One was Somebody You Loved, and the other one was All of Me. Okay, All of Me's got more chords, more chord changes and everything, so that was like a good kind of workout. And Somebody You Loved only has mainly 4 chords, and then it's got a bridge in there, which he didn't even practice, and that's fine by me. Because the goal right here was to actually get to the point where we could actually strum a song while playing the chords. So that's what happened. Somebody You Loved, he practiced those 4 chords over and over, get faster and get better at them, and he was able to get there. If he had spent his time just being like, okay, I'm gonna practice 30 minutes a day, and then 5 minutes takes to like sit down and look on YouTube and see, what do I want to learn today? Oh, maybe this song, then look at the video and then you're like, oh no, and then maybe this song, look at the video and oh no, that's too hard. Like, if you do this, you're gonna literally waste your entire 30 minutes of practice, and you're gonna end up actually practicing for only 5 minutes. If you already know what you're gonna practice that day, you're like, okay, this is what I'm going to do today. I'm gonna practice this for 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna do this again tomorrow and the day after, and everything. Man, everything's much easier. So, of course, it's not like that for every stage of your guitar playing, okay? So if you're more advanced, you don't want to just practice one thing, okay, in a practice session, because that's counterproductive. There's so many things you could be doing, but you want to have a clear focus whenever you do practice, okay? So those are the 2 things. Thing number 1 is practice more, and try to practice every single day. So I actually challenge you right now, if you're watching this video until now, which is great, I appreciate you for that, and if you like it, hit the like button. If you're watching this video until now, I challenge you to this week practice for 30 minutes a day. You can take 1 day off, that's cool, but 30 minutes a day for 6 days in 1 week, okay? And I challenge you to also pick 1 or 2 things that you're gonna work on every single day. Just 1 song, okay? That 1 song that you really wanna get down, preferably like something that's not too hard, but that gives you a little bit of a challenge. So pick 1 or 2 songs to work on that you're gonna work on every single day, and then there's no way that by the end of the week you're not gonna see noticeable progress, okay? So these 2 things: practice more for 30 minutes a day, and then make sure you know what you're practicing and don't go wander around during your practice time, okay? So 2 commitments. Now, if you're already like committed and you're like, okay, I really want to practice like 30 minutes a day, I'm gonna do everything that I need to do on my end, and then you just don't know what to do or how to go about things, you can go in the description and download your free ebook that explains like how you can learn tons of songs really easily with only 5 chords. So the only 5 chords you really need at the beginning, okay? Like if you're just starting out, this is what you need to do. So go click the link below and just download your free guide. And yeah, if you like this video, make sure to like it, make sure to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. And yeah, leave me a comment, like let me know like if this video has helped you, if you have any other tips, or like if there's any song tutorials you want me to make. And yeah, I'll look at your comments and be like, okay, I'll probably just do this one thing because this guy wants me to do it, or this girl wants me to do it, okay? So I'll listen to you, and my goal is to help you out. So yeah, that's the end of this video. So have a beautiful day, and I'll see you on the next one.